William here with Patriot Containers. This is getting a little hard. I've been making a lot of these videos. I actually thought I was going to finish all these videos, but I think I've done 7 now, and this is number 8. And I think I have like 25 more to go of available shipping line inventory across the United States. This video, the last one was Cleveland, Ohio. This one is Columbus, Ohio. More containers there to quote you accurately. So you guys can either pick up or I can deliver from that location. And then this whole video is about pricing. I purchase good containers for my customers. I tell the truth and I don't sugarcoat anything. And I describe this accurately to avoid all problems. And I show up on the right day that you were told I would arrive. Recently, I had somebody from Ohio find my YouTube channel and they bought a 20-foot new one tripper. There's 3 locations to pick up in Ohio. 2 locations did not have 20-foot new ones and 1 location did. So we had a driver pick up there and then bring it out to the customer's property, and he found me from YouTube. So, yeah, this is my 8th video, and I'm gonna have to not do all of them all at once because I'm starting to get a headache. So anyways, I want to go over pricing really quick. I've been in business for 11 years and I don't have a single complaint from a real buyer. I have 3 complaints from 3 mean people that I was mean back onto the phone, but they never bought anything and they left me bad reviews. I'm not a customer service rep. I sell cargo containers and I do this the right way. And I do it with honesty, integrity, accountability, morals, and standards. I've sold anywhere from 15 to 20,000 containers. 90% of companies out there are using lies to make you buy something, and they have terms and conditions on their website. That basically, if you ever read the terms and conditions, you would read that everything that the salespeople are allowed to tell you, it means nothing because of their terms and conditions. I'm going to give you the warning signs really quick of the worst companies to buy from. We're nationwide. We're the most reviewed. We have lifetime warranties. And if you don't like your container in 60 or 90 days, you can get your full refund. Well, about 99% of that was lies. They might be the most reviewed because they sell with lies instead of the truth, and they have the most complaints I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen the pictures of the containers that they sell. If somebody says they have wind and watertight and they show up with a rusty piece of junk with holes in it, it's not wind and watertight. And their warranty is a fiberglass patch kit that is not industry standards. And it's going to fail at some point in time. That's their warranty. So sorry, but that's what it is. The more you trust them, the more money you lose in the long run. It's if you canceled 5 minutes after your order, they're going to charge you a little cancellation fee, which means they've done nothing, but they made profit and they didn't even have to do anything. If they bring you out a container and you don't like it and you refuse it, you're going to lose the delivery money, a restocking fee, and a cancellation fee. See how it just got worse? Now, if you trust them and you triple down on these types of companies and you say, well, I don't want this, it's been 30 or 60 days, and they come back and get that container, now you're going to lose your delivery money, the pickup, which is basically delivery number 2, cancellation fee and restocking fee. So I've read some complaints on these types of companies. People are losing like 75% of their money, and they don't even have a container anymore. And the company is allowed to do this. These types of companies didn't exist before COVID. I've been selling containers for 13 years, but I started the companies I used to work for 13 years ago were horrible. And they did nothing right. And I felt so bad for selling these. So I was like, why don't I just start my own business and tell people the truth? And that's what I do. You can't. It takes a miracle for you to make me sell you a rust bucket piece of junk with no holes. I won't do it because you will complain about it. So if you're the type of customer that is actually picky and wants a new one or wants a good used one, I'm the seller for you. If you're the type of customer that goes, hey, you know what? I don't care about how it looks. I just want a cheap container with no holes. Those companies I'm warning you about are waiting for you to call, and they're going to tell you everything that I just said. You need to read their terms and conditions on their website. I have a video on my YouTube channel that you're watching called Would You Be Happy with These Containers? And it's pictures of what all the complaints that these companies have. It's pictures of the containers that they've sold. And it's only a little tiny piece because most people that complain do not upload pictures of the containers that they got, just very few of them. But you will see the rust bucket junk. Every person that goes, well, I'm just going to paint it. Good luck painting those containers. When you get delivered a container that looks like that, you're going to be angry. I just don't sell it. So if that's what you want, I'm not your guy. But let's get to pricing. I'm only going to quote good used containers. There are cheaper containers to quote you. If I quote them, you're going to complain. I'm going to quote you good used and good new. Okay? 20-foot cargo worthy. Cargo worthy is a great container. If you're on a budget and you want to eliminate a bad container, buy cargo worthy. Okay? Real cargo worthy. Some of these container companies, they say whatever it takes and they'll still deliver you a damaged or as-is container. If you buy from me, my paperwork matches from the invoice to the wire to the release number, everything all matches up. Container numbers, invoice numbers, everything. Cargo worthy is a good used container if you're on a budget. And if you want that container, it's $18.50 plus your delivery. Now, I don't know where you're located at, so you need to call me. My phone number is and it'll ring directly to my cell phone. It's 888-611-5698. And I call people back. I'm old-fashioned. I talk to people on the phone. I'm not a texter. I'm not a customer service rep. I'm a funny guy, but I'm not going to bullshit you. And you don't have to buy a container from me. My services that I provide are genuine help. The help is free. If you want to buy a container from me, you can. If you don't, you don't. And that's just the way it goes. And I've been dealing with that for 13 years. But I am here to help you. So cargo worthy, $18.50 plus delivery. You're going to have to call me to find out what your delivery price is. And this is Columbus, Ohio prices. And this is for the month of October. September 30th now. So I figure all these prices that I'm going to say, I will honor for the whole month of October. So they have cargo worthy 20 footers, $18.50. They have damaged 40 footers. You don't want that, I promise. 40-foot standard, 8.5 feet tall, 7'10" interior height. I like standards. I think for some reason they just look better than high cubes sometimes, and they're cheaper. That container is going to run you $2,300 plus delivery wherever you're at. 40-foot high cube, cargo worthy, I can do at $2,400 plus delivery. Now they have 40-foot high cube IICL, and I can do that at $2,600. That's the highest rating that a used container can get. It is not new though. Hold on. I'm going to get into new right now. A new container is the best thing money will buy you. It's called a one-tripper. You can have $1 million and you're not going to get a nicer container than with what I'm about to quote you. People don't want to spend more, they always want to spend less. I think that's a horrible idea if you're buying a used container. However, buying a new container is totally psychological. You don't want to pay the price difference. But if you did, and I show up with the most beautiful new container that money will buy you, you're going to be the happiest customer on earth, and you won't care about that extra money that you spent. It's just not that care, that feeling of there will be no regret. That would be $4,100. So anyways, guys, that's it. If you're liking my videos, give me a thumbs up. I also expose all these crooked companies of how they get away. I describe containers. I've been doing this for a long time, longer than the rookie Pinocchio companies. And they're Pinocchios because they're liars. They're rookies because they make mistakes constantly and they're not accountable, and they're allowed to get away with it because on these Pinocchio rookie companies, they have terms and conditions on their websites. If you listen to what the salespeople are saying and you read the terms and conditions, it doesn't match up. It doesn't. The terms and conditions benefit the company only, and they screw over their customers. Once you place an order with them, you're doomed. And you better hope they actually get it right. But if you read their complaints and go to their Yelp and read their terms and conditions and listen to what they're saying. We're nationwide. We're the most reviewed. We got lifetime warranties. And if you don't like your container, you can get a full refund. Well, doesn't say that on their website. They're just saying it with their voices. Don't make an emotional purchase. Buy cargo-worthy IICL or new one trips. You don't have to buy a container from me, but my help is free. That's why I'm making these videos. I'm the only one on YouTube doing something different in an industry that's broken and it needs to be repaired. It needs to be regulated. And these companies, if an attorney general actually looked into the companies that I'm warning you of, they would shut them down. But nobody's looking into it. That's what my videos are for. I'm trying to help you guys. All right, guys, have a great one. Goodbye. I think this is my last one. I'll continue this tomorrow. So anyways, guys, have a great one. Bye.